Hello everyone, this is Balaura speaking. I was surprised, as you were, by the new launch of Alright video clip of Aurora. Also the audio version and video one. And so I want to start preparing myself for the launch of her new album, What Happened to the Heart, on less than a week than today. And let's dive in the new release and to see what happened to the heart and how can we be all right. I need to start just to make an observation on the fact that it actually is apparently a video clip which has a different scenario than the three previous songs she released from this album. So we all have seen Your Blood and the conflict of the mind, and as well the latest one, um, different kind of skin. And each of them had a very specific scenario following the story line of the clip. Apparently, she have chosen this one to have in the background different scenes from behind the scene, actually, from not only the three songs we already seen, but probably some of the new ones who will be released on June on June 7th. Also, you have to admit that she's using a lot of colors, a lot of very pure colors in terms of symbolistic. We already have seen she chosen the red for the Your Blood and white and black. If you remember the last some type of skin, and the blue one for the conflict of the mind. We have to expect the green and the new blue appearing in the following video clips, and let's see a little bit about. We'll look immediately on the lyrics, but let's follow the song. I want to stop the clip on this scene because it's such an emblematic scene for her, with her hands in the air. And I don't know, maybe look a little bit on the lyrics. Actually, she I think she's following here the same path of the scenario which she has in All Is Soft Inside. If you remember, it's the same connection with the emotions, as well as from the river. Because if you remember, she said that all that I know lies within emotion. Words remain unspoken, and something on came to me in colors. I remember that because I saw all these colors, all the colors I have mentioned. You have seen red and blue and green and white. And so it's also in connection with the main theme of the album, what happened to the heart. And so I think we can say that the heart is the central place of emotions, and it's again the same thing. Looking to the lyrics, wonderful lyrics she have chosen for this clip, is that I know I belong here on earth, but I long to be lifted up. Um, my heart does not rhyme the rhythm of my mind. So if you remember, she started with all this road of the heart, with the blood, with my blood. And again, she is starting to build this disconnection we have as humans between our hearts and our minds. And so she said that my heart does not rhyme the rhythm of my mind. And also, I think she says later on the fact that um, uh, I want to feel it, what the people talk about. So here, but it's, and also she admit that how you find it so easy, and all I can is ask. Actually, she is referring to the fact that we humans used to speak so much about nothing, and while being disconnected with our souls. And so, as human, um, which is very, very closely connected with her soul, Aurora has this lack of understanding of the human nature, of how easy we can talk about nothing, and be disconnected with the important things of the souls, of our souls. And so she she is including in this scenario everything which is important except for the mind. So she is talking about the feelings. She is talking about the music, obviously, the dance. She is invoking dance a lot, and you have seen through this the common things she has into, because I was I was thinking a lot on the scenario have she have chosen. She's not doing this clip because she couldn't record something new, something specific for these lyrics. But she deliberately have chosen to show the continuity in this album songs in terms of what is common in all these clips. And what is common is the dance, the colors. Yeah, and she is dancing all the colors and all this flow and all this movement and obviously the heart. And so she's diving in more than talking about this superficial uh, place in which we are living by saying that whatever you say, it's never right. So I won't do that. And wherever I go, I'm always blind, so I lose my track. Um, and here we have two options in terms of interpretation of the lyrics, because either she is referring to the fact that we are constantly using our time quarreling with each other and telling to our uh, fellow human beings that they are not right and we are right and they are not right. And so we are still arguing around this empty words. And uh, so she's referring to the fact that uh, it doesn't really matter what you are saying. You cannot make me feel a thing, because we feel things with our hearts and not with our mind and not with the words which are so superficial. And she is repeating the fact that the life is not worth living if we don't bleed for anything or if we don't dance. So dancing, of course, throughout the time was a different way of being in contact with our spiritual souls, with our divinity. So the real dance, which is connected with the movement and what we are as human beings, is sometimes sacred, sometimes when is right done, when we feel it, is a direct connection with the soul. And also we can feel when we bleed. Bleeding is like, of course, is a metaphor of the fact that what is connecting the blood with the rest of our being, it, the heart with the rest of our being is the blood. And through bleeding, we actually, when we are hurt and we feel pain, and actually we are in contact with the others through this pain and also through this passion. And so also the blindness, the fact that we are not really seeing the world as we should see in it, is the blindness is because we are disconnected, and we see and interpret the world only through the mind. And that's the reason she sing about that in the conflict of the mind. So it's the conflict between what the soul should feel and what the mind is telling us. So the mind, which is always interpreting things. And also she's saying about the fact that how I hunger for touch, and how could you say that I love too much? So the touch. So um, she is constantly bringing on all the senses. So we have the view, the blindness. So the people who are really seeing the world are the people who are not so connected constantly with the mind, but with the heart and the soul. These are the people who can see. These are the people who can hear. These are the people who can obviously move and dance and smell. And also these are the people who the feeling is, so the touching. She is using the touch in many other songs, the connection with the skin. So we have the connections with this beyond the interpretation. So the connection with the world around us through our skin, so through the feeling, and also through the love. She is using love a lot also in the previous album, The Gods We Can Touch. So when you love, so using love as the central point of our being, but also using the heart in the central place of our souls. So that's what I'm seeing in what she is trying to communicate with us beyond, of course, her pure presence. And also, before going to the last part of the song, with which we will also say goodbye, um, is the fact that she says that I don't want a fight. I just want to feel all right. So feeling all right, feeling all right is being in peace with the world around us, and being in peace. So she's not at peace because she knows that even she belongs to this earth. She wants to be in her real true place where she came from, and she is mentioning this in many other songs, and also on the fact that I don't want to fight. I just want to feel all right. Fighting is beyond the fight, common quarrel between people, between wars, between societies, the constant conflict. The fight is also opposing what it is. So being always not accepting the life the way it is. And when you feel all right, you are in harmony with the world, you are in harmony with yourself. And so you can live properly, and you can live in a world beyond dichotomy of good and bad. So don't opposing fight is being in peace. So the peace she is also referring in some type of skin. Uh, uh, we're good people and we both deserve peace. So this peace is the peace you have when you don't fight. Is when you are all right with yourself. And also this is the reason she is saying that nobody can make me feel something more, because other people, through words, so no mind and no discussion, no mind stuff can make you be in peace with yourself. The only way in which you can be at peace with yourself is through living fully, dancing. Yeah, so that's the reason she is mentioning the dance, and she is mentioning the love. So that's these are my ideas, and my feelings around this song. And um, was good to be with you again. And we'll finish with the last scene of her song.